Welcome to Focus on JCC. I'm your host, Steve Smith, and on today's show, we're going to be profiling the Nelson engine, an alternative energy source developed by Rod Nelson, a Johnston County resident, in cooperation with Johnston Community College and a local Smithfield business. Rod Nelson spent 50 years in the mining and construction business. The increased cost of fuel for his equipment led Rod to develop a mining machine that was more fuel efficient, but still not effective enough. It was soon after moving to Johnston County with his wife, Peggy, that Rod enrolled at Johnston Community College.
Experience as a machinist, I owned my own machine shop through that period of time. But I came in contact with Dr. Reichert, who his favorite expression he used often is think out of the box. He's told that to most of his students and anyone that he had an audience for, really. And I approached him on the idea of using a machine shop to develop the engine itself. We came to a point where the machine and the shop weren't adequate for the precision work we had to do. And that led us to, fortunately, Tar Heel Tool and Precision Machining had not only the tools, but the professional expertise that helped a lot.
Rod came to us and presented his idea to us, and we thought it had enough interest to present it and help to develop it and create it. So we decided to buy into it by supporting him with design services and build services. And by doing that, it allowed us to help take his project to the next step.
In our process of developing the engine, it was primarily approaching the complete combustion of the fuel with pure oxygen. And that part of the development was successful. We got patents on that. And what we discovered in that process was CO2 has a lot of physical properties that could be used in the same type of engine. The ideal thing is it absorbs heat quite rapidly and generates tremendous pressures at very modest temperatures. At 90 degrees it has over 1,000 psi of vapor pressure. And this is very critical to an engine. Most of your internal combustion engines don't generate anywhere near that. The CO2 that we're using is in a closed loop system, and it stays in the system. You charge it once just like you do your air conditioner or refrigerator. And then you just keep adding heat as you use the energy from that operation.
After the CO2 and water mixture is heated to 90 degrees, the 1,000 psi of vapor pressure is released into the second tank where it's heated internally. That vapor pressure is released into the third chamber. The released vapor pressure there provides the energy, while the CO2 is recycled back into the first chamber where the process starts again.
We can use solar heat, any source of heat at all, to bring the temperature up to 90 degrees. But solar isn't dependable. You know, the sun doesn't shine all day. And wind and other sources, they don't generate heat. But we can use solar when the sun is shining to raise that temperature. But in that off period, we use a normal fuel. And we only use about 10% of the fuel that you would use in a normal generator and generate the same electricity or power. Your electric rates are going to drop by at least 80%. The whole key is to be able to store the energy that you create. The old saying, with electricity, you either use it or you lose it.
Well, the college has been very supportive of the project from day one when Dr. Reichert signed on. and they've provided a lot of assistance to the project. Tar Heel Tooling is committed to see the project completed. We're committed to continue offering our services in design or manufacturing to help Rod get to the completion point that we need, and like to see it go to a commercial project.
Commercialization is the final objective, and our original agreement with the JCC was to let them share in that commercialization, and our agreement is, I think, fairly generous. It can generate financial support for the community college system. And the really ultimate goal is, once the generator is commercialized, the resistance we got from the automobile companies, because the same system can work in a car. Right now it's too bulky for that purpose, but eventually the automobile and any internal combustion, big machinery, anything can run off of this system. And the final effect is going to be, it's going to diminish the demand for oil, fossil fuels, tremendously, and therefore the cost is going to drop way back down to what it used to be 50 years ago.
For more information on the Nelson engine, visit www.rodgreenpower.net. And the final step in completion of the Nelson engine is the final test, and that's coming up soon. And we'll be sure to keep you updated on its progress. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Focus on JCC. Focus on JCC is a Jolt Media production. Johnston Community College. One college, endless opportunity.